everyone, welcome back to the channel or to the channel. My name is Julie. Thanks for stopping by. So if you are interested more in the animals that were at the NARBC Schaumburg show, I encourage you to look at my first video I did. So this is the part 2. Part 1 is just all the animals that I saw. This one I'm going to talk about animals that I got, and then some of my future breeding projects, and then just my thoughts about NARBC Schaumburg. So if you watch this channel, you know that I love Australian water dragons. I really fell in love with them when I went to Australia and saw them everywhere, so I became obsessed. Last year I got a captive bred baby girl. She is about probably a year and a half now. I was always looking for a male to eventually breed them. They're actually not really bred in the US at all. Most of them are captive bred imports from Europe. I happened to be looking at a table and they had a captive bred male for sale. He's still little, so he's gonna have to grow up a bit before I pair him with my female. But I was super excited to see him. I didn't think I would see him. We jumped on that opportunity so that way we could be one of the American breeders out there in the future. So these guys are great. They're pretty friendly. They have beautiful coloration, especially in the males. They eat like pigs, and they tend to be a lot more hardy than like the Chinese water dragons. They get pretty sizable too, so I just think they're a wonderful species to keep. I really want other people to get into them. They are just really special. So yeah, this is our new baby boy. Before the show, maybe a couple weeks ago, a turtle that I've had since I was 8, my first turtle. He was about 28 years old. He passed away. I was just really torn up about it, but because I had him for so long, I had a huge tub for a turtle all set up and now empty. And so one of the things on the list was if there was a really cool captive bred turtle, I would get that to fill Splash's void in my life. He was a red-eared slider. I wasn't necessarily looking for a red-eared slider, I was just looking for a cool captive bred turtle, and luckily I found one. It's a species that is pretty neat. Mexican giant musk turtle, or also known as a stink pot. Pretty cool. They are active like a red-eared slider, but they are about the size, eventually, of a common snapping turtle. Here he is. If you know me, you know I love shelled things. I love tortoises, I love turtles. So I'm pretty excited about this guy. So he's pretty cute. He has a really big, stupid nose. So yeah, he's gonna get about 15 inches once he's full grown. They get their name because they emit a smelly odor from their butt. I haven't smelled it yet. I'm sure I will with years to come with my turtles. So he's pretty cool. And a special shout out to that vendor. I think it was like New Moon or something Moon Reptiles. They gave us the best box I've ever gotten at a show. Usually it's just the deli cups or like a cardboard box or a bag or something. This is the coolest container I have ever gotten. It has this lid and it flips up and it has holes. Like, this is the coolest box. So shout out to them for having a really cool box. So you guys know how important it is to have a list when you go to the reptile show. This species wasn't exactly on my list, but I had this huge 5-foot tall vertical enclosure that I was looking for something, I call them sticky, a sticky lizard to stick in there, either a cool crested gecko, maybe a lychee. But what I found was a pair of tokay geckos. And this is pretty cool. They're really beautiful animals. They tend to have a nasty disposition though, so I'm not holding them for this video. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're little Pokemon. They actually say their names. I haven't heard them say their names yet. But anyway, I got a male and female. I hope to breed them soon because they're awesome. And you can actually tame the babies down. They won't stay nasty forever. I'm not sure if these guys will be nice or not. They tend to have a very powerful bite. I'd rather not hold them if necessary. I also don't want to disturb them too much if I'm going to breed them. They are the 3rd largest gecko in the world, I think, behind the lychees and leaf-tailed geckos. Alright, so this one I wasn't planning on getting. This is an Apalachicola. I don't know how to say that. Apalachicola? I'm not sure. Blotched king snake. I have a California king snake in my collection already, so this is a little bit of a different one. It's a beautiful red coloring. Honestly, I just got it because it's a different species than the ones I'm used to. This is a female. She is actually really nice for a king snake. I'm used to them being a little bit more hands-off at the beginning of their lives and you have to tame them down, but she's actually pretty good. I have a bunch of snake enclosures, so getting a snake is pretty easy in my house. So yeah, there she is. Finally, this one was not necessarily on my list, but I have so many Exoterras. I got a little gargoyle gecko. He was really beautiful and fairly cheap, and we have all these Exoterras, so we got him. I thought he could go in that really big enclosure. I wound up giving that to the tokays, which is more appropriate anyway. So this guy's going to be in a little Exoterra for now until he gets bigger, then he gets a big Exoterra. So he is really adorable and very similar care to crested geckos. Whew. They throw caution to the wind just like a crested gecko. I think their eyes are really gorgeous. And then what we thought was funny was that we always get t-shirts wherever we go. And after we got him, we saw the t-shirts for the NARBC Schaumburg show and they were gargoyle geckos. So we got the mascot of the show. So yeah, one day I hope to have a table at one of these big shows. I want to have a bunch of really cool, weird stuff. As much as, you know, ball pythons are great, I'm not really into breeding them. I don't really care about their morphs. I do kind of care about preserving species and making them, you know, more available to the public. So still right now I'm working on my blizzard blue tegu and my pink panther tegu cross. That'll be hopefully a thing that I'll be vending eventually, and then my Holmes hingeback tortoises, then hopefully the tokays, and eventually the Australian water dragons. I really want to have a cool table with a bunch of random stuff that I've bred myself. I think that'd be really neat. If you saw my first NARBC video, I am from Tinley Park, Illinois. I grew up going to that show. When we went down, we visited family, stayed at their house, and of course, tornadoes ripped through the area. So that was an adventure. Luckily, I only saw some minor flooding at the actual Schaumburg Convention Center. So I'm used to going to the Tinley Park NARBC show. So this was my first Schaumburg show that I've gone to. I was impressed. It was smaller than the Tinley show, obviously, but it's a lot bigger than my local shows, so that was pretty cool. We'll say that the aisles were amazing at Schaumburg. If you go to Tinley, it's like these little tiny little corridors that you kind of had to push past everybody, but at Schaumburg, it was like wide open spaces in the middle of the place, like wide open. I really like that. I noticed there was less stuff at the show. There's more animals than stuff. I usually try to stock up on some of the stuffs that I can't normally get anywhere else. So that was a little bit disappointing, but I thought the animal selection was pretty great. I don't know if this is a normal thing at other NARBC shows, or maybe I just never went at the right time, but Timberline was actually giving out free bugs on Sunday, and that was amazing. I got like so many superworms and mealworms, it wasn't even funny. So I guess this is normal. Please go on Sundays because they give away a bunch of cool bugs. If you watch my channel, you know I really want a captive bred baby Crebo, and this show had a ton of baby Crebos, which was great. They're still a little on the pricier side, so I didn't get one yet because we had a few things that we had on our list that we did get. But I know in the future, I would be able to get one. Some of them weren't in great condition, so I'm a little bit picky about my animals. So hopefully Crebos keep showing up at these shows because I'm gonna definitely be getting one day. So I never went to an NARBC auction before. So the auctions I've gone to are with the Society of Vertebrate Paleontology meetings that I used to go to annually, and they were always super fun. There was like a skit, and there was like a comedy show, and like people bid like crazy amounts on like random stuff and also stuff for museums, and so I was used to this big like extravaganza, but I was kind of let down at this auction because people weren't going as nuts as they did at my vertebrate paleontology meeting. I don't know if that's just because Schaumburg's smaller or what, so I'll go to the Tinley one next time to compare to see if people like bid crazy amounts on things. Some of the things went for a lot of money, but you could have actually gotten a lot of animals for cheaper than they would go for at the show. I'm kind of sad that I didn't try bidding on some of them because I definitely think I could have gotten some, but I just expected them to just go crazy just because I'm used to auctions at other places. The thing that I want to start doing when I go to shows is noting what the popular animals were, because hopefully hopefully, if I'm doing this for funsies, you know, as long as I live, you can actually see a cool trend as what the popular reptile was. At this show, at the Schaumburg show for 2022, popular animals were obviously ball pythons. Surprisingly, gargoyle geckos were everywhere. Lychees are becoming more popular. There was a surprising amount of retics there, so that was pretty cool. And then red-footed tortoises seem to be like every table. I also got some USARK swag while I was there, so I didn't get anything at the auction. Thanks for stopping by. If you haven't checked out part 1 of this video, go check that out now. See all the cool stuff that I saw. For more show content, like and subscribe for more. See you around. Bye. That, you know, that's totally fine for me to, ooh, dude, stop. Come on, dude. Can you just work with me, man? Hey, dude. Oh. Caught him. Hey, dude. Please don't climb on my hair. Dude. What am I talking about? Have a great day. Have a great day.